Alright everyone, welcome back again to more Muv-Luv Alternative. Honestly guys, let me tell you all right now that this episode was pretty satisfying in terms of, well, Sumika's progression as well as Shirogane pretty much talking with a couple of his teammates as well as the new people. And most importantly, the very thing that Sumika's holding, yeah, we're gonna get into that in this video too. So stay tuned, hope you all continue to enjoy, thank you again for our love and support, and here we go. I mean, I'm not sure what you want to know.
僕たちはシミュレーターで感覚的に慣れちゃってからの登場で、しかもまだ機体は借り物だからね。明日以降の演習の参考にしたいんだ。
なるほど。そういう意味では確かに興味があるな。
Okay then, well, for starters, maybe this is something I just didn't notice yesterday because it was my first hive infiltration exercise, and I was jacked up on adrenaline. But there's definitely a huge difference in horsepower. The engine must generate some serious torque.
そうだね。機体挙動のつながり方に違和感が全くないよ。
私も超等の切り返しの反応には驚いた。型下重量に対する出力比が相当上がっているのであろうな。
You know, in retrospect, we almost had to take on Rebel Shiranuis in our Fubukis, didn't we? Wow, that's a horrifying thought. If we didn't have the new OS back then, we might not have made it out alive. Also, its CNI system is vastly superior to the Fubukis, which makes sense because I doubt you'd want to start a cadet on something this complicated.
確かに、通信、広報、識別能力の差は驚くよね。僕はブラストガードだから、特にそう感じるよ。
Oh yeah, I can imagine. For someone who has to operate at long range, it must be a godsend, being able to track multiple enemies, distinguish friendlies from hostiles, evaluate threat levels, and so forth.
あとは？他に何か感じなかった？
Anything else? You know, you'd think it'd be a bad thing for the third generation training TSF to be so vastly different from one of its combat model counterparts.
違和感とか、そういうのはない？
I mean, no, that's a good thing. Actually, not to change the subject, but did you guys notice how insanely good Lieutenant Kazuma and the captain were in those Gekishins? Even with the XM3 installed, that was nuts. Lieutenants Hayase and Munakata were pretty great in them too. Even with the handicap, they didn't miss a beat out there. Those guys are on a completely different level from the teams that were participating in the XM3 trials. The Gekishin's design is antiquated at this point, so you'd think there's a limit to how much you can do even if they install modern equipment on it. But these guys are moving with no problems whatsoever. Just goes to show how familiar they are with the new OS, I guess. It definitely feels rewarding to think that the XM3 is going to improve the capabilities of all surface pilots around the world, regardless of what they're piloting.
タイたちだって激震には乗ったことなかったんでしょ？
うん。座学で聞いた限り、A01 部隊は最初から知らないを装備していたはずだ。
さすがだね。
No kidding. I mean, I know you guys were using unfamiliar TSFs too, but they were practically running rings around you in those old things.
なんだよもう。タケルは自分の機体だからデータも何もかも万全で良かったのかもしれないけどさ。
Oh, I get it. So you were worried about damaging your superior's TSF, is that it? That's unusually considerate of you.
確かに演習前はそうだったけど、そんなんじゃないよ。
Then what is it?
だからさっき聞いたじゃないか。
Refresh my memory.
僕は今日初めて実機に乗ってかなりシミュレーターと違うなって思ったんだよ。後半は慣れたけどさ。
You sure you're not imagining things? Sure, maybe the simulators aren't perfect, but it wouldn't make sense for them to not feel like the real thing. Otherwise, there'd be no point in training with them.
タケル、実は私もだ。シミュレーターと実機の挙動の差に慣れるのに多少時間がかかった。
Huh? What about you, Ayumine?
そうだね。機体側の起動データにちょっと振り回された。
Maya, you were in Lieutenant Hayase's TSF, right? And Ayumine was in Lieutenant Munakata's.
そうだ。
Our Fubukis used the proof of concept OS, so some of these guys' data must still be backed up on their old machines. And of course, the TSFs that we're borrowing must have retained some of their pilots' data as well. They probably got a lot of weird little quirks, sort of like heavily customized cars. And is that what the issue is here? Was Mia having to butt heads with all the data that Lieutenant Hyacinth accumulated out in the field? And maybe Aimina was struggling because Lieutenant Munakata's combat data is uniquely tailored to the gun interceptor position? No, the data link's supposed to synchronize all of our attitude control data, so it shouldn't have felt that different from the simulators. There's a bug in the system.
訓練学校でシミュレーターから実機教習に移った際には感じなかった違和感ゆえ気にはなる。
うん、タケルの OS に変えた時の違和感となんとなく似た感じだったよね。
でもすぐ慣れた。問題ないよ。
Wait, that's it? Ah, it's so simple.
何が分かったのだ。
It didn't feel strange to me because I never trained with A01 in my Fubuki.
え、どういうこと？
Well, I went straight to the Shiranui with all my old data already installed into it, right? And as soon as I hopped onto the cockpit, it immediately imported and applied all of our attitude control data. That's why it felt just like the simulator.
私たちの吹雪にもデータ自体はあったが、機体の基本性能の差でそれを再現できなかったということか。
それは変だね。だったらシミュレーターだけじゃなく実機でも再現できなきゃおかしい。
そうだよ。だってデータ自体は強化装備側で持ってるんじゃないか。
Hold on. Just let me finish. You remember how we used to call the XM3 the new OS during its proof of concept phase, right?
うん、そうだね。
The XM3 is the excuse me, is the official name for the mass-produced version. So think of it this way, our Fubukis were still running on a prototype OS. But the captain and the others are using a later prototype, one that was based on the data we'd already collected and designed to be mass-producible. I think that's what caused the problems. Not the TSS, but the differences in the OS itself.
OS のさ。
My Shiranui's control unit is brand new, so it's running on XM3. That's why it adapted so smoothly to my simulator data. Because the simulators are set to emulate XM3 too, which is understandably a lot more stable than any of the prototypes. While the simulators could easily import the data from our fortified suits, the Shiranuis you guys just used were still running on the prototype OS. That's why it took a while to adjust to the transition. And the fact that you are switching to a less advanced OS while upgrading to a more advanced TSF definitely made it even worse.
なるほど。それが最初に感じた違和感の正体ということか。
Yeah, and come to think of it, that would also explain why the seniors had no trouble at all adapting to the Gekishins, which were already running on XM3.
機体の性能が下がって OS の性能が上がるってことか。
なるほどね。
そういえば今朝、副司令が私たちの管制ユニットの OS をバージョンアップするとおっしゃっていたな。
Oh yeah, you're right. Which means she'll probably be giving the rest of the squadron the latest version too.
じゃあ完熟訓練って機体だけじゃなく OS のマッチングも含んでのことだったのかな。
Probably. Now that you've adapted to their Shiranuis, you should have no trouble transitioning to your own.
OS の全タイプのデータが揃ったから。
Bingo.
すごいよタケル。やっぱりわからないことは開発者に聞くのが一番いいね。
さすがだね。知ってるね。
Come on, Yuko-sensei was the one who did all the work. And besides, I'm only guessing on this stuff.
でもやっぱりタケルに聞けてよかったよ。千鶴さんたちも話聞きたいんじゃないかな。
うん。私たちと同じような戸惑いを感じているやもしれんな。
演習評価が終わったらみんなで PX に行こうよ。今日の訓練はもうないし。
Actually,
ちょっとあなたたち何やってるのよ。早く行かないと演習評価に遅れるわよ。
そうですよ。怒られますよ。
あ、二人ともちょうどよかった。
何よ。
何ですか？
今ね、ちょうど白縫いの違和感の話をしていたところなんだ。
え、じゃああなたたちも？
ほう、やはりな。玉瀬はどうだ？は
い。なんか最初すごく挙動が気持ち悪くて。
やっぱりその仕組みをタケルが解明したんだ。演習評価が終わったら PX でいろいろ聞こうと思ってさ。二人はどう？
wait a second, Mikoto. Sorry, but I've got other business to take care of after this. I spent all day on this exercise, so I've got to spend the evening with Sumika. and until then, I was planning to spend as much time as possible working on her present. I practically pulled an all-nighter yesterday, but I'm just about done with the overall shape. I'd really like to finish it up today.
じゃあ夜ご飯は？私もその話聞きたいです。一緒に食べられない？
Actually, I think my meal ticket's been revoked.
それは分かってる。だからタケルは話だけしてていいよ。
Dude,
食事抜き？何かあったの？
こっちの事情。
じゃあ決まりだね。
hey, don't just decide things for me. I've got plans this evening too.
タケル、そなたの用事というのは今朝方副司令がおっしゃっていた特殊任務なのではないか？
Yeah, it does actually. Probably should have said that from the start. Now that our training is over, I've got to handle something for the XL.
そうだったんだ。ごめんねタケル。
それじゃあしょうがないですね。
It's fine. I should have told you guys from the get-go. My main duty is to bring Sumika back to normal, and if I'm right, then finishing that present is going to be a crucial step towards making it happen. So there isn't any reason not to call this part of my mission when they ask. It's not like I have to go into any detail. But it does make me feel a little guilty, since I can't deny this has a lot to do with my feelings for Sumika too. I don't want to make it sound more noble than it really is.
タケルはここのところずっと特殊任務でしょ。最近ゆっくり話もできてないから。
She's right. I haven't really been able to sit down and chat with everyone since before the coup d'etat. And they think I was sent off on a secret mission all by myself right after what happened to Sergeant Jinguji. So they're probably a lot more worried than they need to be. I know they have all pretty serious emotional baggage of their own to deal with too. Look, I'm sorry.
タケルが悪いんじゃないから。
ゆっくり話せないのは残念だけど、とにかく今はブリーフィングルームへ急ぎましょう。
Right, let's go.
ごめんなさい。
I can hear Kasumi apologizing again, because she's still having trouble with Cat's cradle.
だけど、あの人は大切な人ですよね。
Huh?
白金健さんは、スミカさんにとって大切な人ですよね。
Oh, I guess it wasn't Cat's cradle after all.
そばにいてほしいと思いませんか？
We still don't know if talking to her about these kinds of things will have any real effect on her psyche. Though I can't blame Kasumi for trying, since I've been doing the exact same thing to no avail.
大切な人、そばにいてほしい人。他には、早く戦わせて。ごめんなさい。私、お話しするの下手ですね。うまく説明できません。今ならあいつらを殺せる。ごめんなさい。前は見えていたのに。
That's a creepy smile on Sumika. Huh?
殺したいから。今は何も見えません。
Oh, is she blocking her out? Excuse me. I see. She's trying to say things that might trigger an emotional reaction from Sumika. One that she'll be able to perceive.
もう待たせないで。ごめんなさい。
Kasumi, don't apologize. What? Didn't notice I was here? She must have been really focused on Sumika.
はい。ごめんなさい。
Come on, what did I just say? You really don't need to apologize so much. It's not like you got anything to apologize for. Don't say you're sorry when you've done nothing wrong. Besides, you're doing the best you can. You spent the entire day with her, didn't you? Mainly because I had to wake up early for the sheer news shipment, then got roped into mock battle. You've stuck with her, thick and thin, haven't you? I owe you big time for that, and so does Sensei. Trust me, no one thinks you've done anything wrong.
ありがとうございます。
No problem. So how are things go today? Hey, Sumika, how you been?
今日は安定しています。 発作もありませんでした。
Oh yeah? So you've been on your best behavior then, Sumika? Atta girl. Oh yeah, I was looking for Sensei earlier, but she wasn't in her room. Any idea where she might be? I was hoping to see how Sumika's vital charts for today looked.
中央作戦司令室で司令と作戦立案会議です。
They're drafting it up as we speak? Guess that means she won't be back today. She did say she's been constantly in and out of meetings lately. I was kinda hoping to see what Sumika's brainwave patterns look like when she's stable, but oh well, I guess.
しててよ。
What's up, Sumika? You have something to say?
こんなこともういい。訓練したい。
She's still obsessing over that, huh? Her hatred of the beta truly knows no bounds. Anyone would feel that way, though, after what they did to her.
訓練したい。
You already did, remember? Excuse me. You only get to train once a day.
もっとやればずっと上手くなるよ。
Oh, that smile, man. Well, sorry, but them's the breaks.
殺したい。
Sumika,
あいつらを殺してやりたい。私がいっぱい殺してあげるね。
there's more to life than that, Sumika.
そしたら復讐できる。私が復讐してあげるからね。許さない。絶対絶対全部殺したい。スミカさん、白金さんは大切な人ですよね。早くしてよ。目の前にいるのは白金さんですよ。分かってますよね。早く戦わせて。戦うから。白金さんの思いは伝わっていますよね。皆殺しにするから。大切な人なんですよね。
Whoa.
大切な思い出たくさんありますよね。頑張って思い出してください。
She's actually reacting to Kasumi's words now, ever so slightly. She's never calmed down this quickly before, not without having a full-blown panic attack. Does this mean she's starting to react to memories and stuff now? Maybe I should take her up on the hill behind the school. Excuse me. I don't know what kind of memories she and I shared in this world or what sort of relationship we had. And the tree that's there now was planted after we took back this area, so there might not have even been a tree there originally. That said, just being there would definitely bring back some of my most vivid memories of her, and since she can read minds now, that might account for something. I might even be able to figure out what kind of relationship we had in this world based on how she reacts to my thoughts. And who knows, when she'll be this stable again. Hey Sumika, why don't we go for a walk?
散歩って訓練？
To the training room? No, we're not training. I just think some fresh air would do you some good.
それは。
Don't worry, Sensei said I can do whatever I want with her as long as it gets results.
でも
Come on, Sumika, let's go.
そんなのいいから。あいつらと戦わせてよ。
No, we can't let you fight until you snap out of this.
いいから。もういいから。じゃないと。
I wonder what she sees when she looks at him. You know, because she cares about Takeru, but he clearly, you know, right in front of her. I know she's overwhelmed with all these other emotions and memories. I'm just curious to see what she thinks when she sees him. Like, does she think he's a ghost? Otherwise, you'll... what?
タケルちゃんがいなくなっちゃうよ。
Huh?
取らないでよ。タケルちゃんを取らないでよ。
Sumika.
大丈夫です。白金さんここにいますから。嫌だよ。嫌だ。行かないで。どこにも。
Sumika, I'm right here, can't you see?
嫌だよ。やめてよ。やめて。やめろ。大丈夫です。スミカさん、大丈夫ですから。
Sumika, I'm not going anywhere.
本当？
Nope, I'm staying right here with you. What is it? Did you see something?
とても暖かい色が見えます。
A warm color? Right, she sees emotions as colors, doesn't she? Has that ever happened before?
いいえ、初めてです。
Sweet, then now's the perfect chance to take her up on the hill. In fact, this is probably my best opportunity to give her the Santa rabbit too. I haven't painted it yet, so it's not quite done, but I think it'll be meaningful regardless.
私は残ります。
If Sensei asks, tell her we went up to that hill I showed you a while back. Though I'm guessing her monitoring system tracks Sumika's location anyway.
はい。
And if you don't mind, could you keep an eye on my thoughts? If something goes wrong, I'll signal you for help.
わかりました。
Alright, Sumika, let's get going. I gotta make a quick stop at my room first, though. Hope you don't mind.
一緒に行く。
Wow, okay, that was a little
いっ
odd.
てらっしゃい。
But hey, we're making progress. Man, oh man, it's pitch black out here. No light pollution in this world, that's for sure. Sure is cold out here, huh?
寒い。
Is she actually cold? Or is she just repeating what I said? Nah, she probably is. Yuko Sensei said the 00 unit's artificial body simulates all 5 senses. I can even see her breathe. Man, it's hard to believe she isn't human. See? Now maybe next time you'll listen when I tell you to bundle up. Here, take my jacket.
いいよ。たけるちゃんが寒いから。
Huh?
大丈夫。私は寒くても風邪ひかない体だから。
Oh, I see. Holy shit, that sounded so natural. It's working. Something's changing deep down inside of her. We made so many memories up on this hill. Maybe not in this world, but still. If I can at least show her mine, I'm sure it'll spark some self-emotion in her.
だから言ったろ。悪いけど俺貸してやれる上着持ってないぞ。
いいよ。期待してなかったから。ね
そう言われるとな。
えねえ、たけるちゃん。
なんだ？
来年の夏も一緒に来てくれる？
なんで来年の夏なんだ？
だって冬は寒いし、春になればみんな卒業しちゃってるじゃない。
でも白陵大にそのままスイーッと進んでるだろう。
じゃあ大学入ってから初めての夏休みだ。
だから別に来ようと思えば来れるんじゃねえか。ここが潰れてなけりゃな。
本当に？
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that date. Being here with her is bringing back all sorts of memories for me. But the one that stands out most of all happened right here in this hill.
サンタ来ないな。
もうたけるちゃんのバカ。
いいじゃんか。ガキの頃はさ、毎年ここでこんな風にやってたんだ。
途中でやめちゃったけどね。
あれいつからだった？
小学校の途中までだと思う。
そっか。
来ないね。
俺たち以外にも待ってるやついるかな。
待ってる子がいるならここには来なくてもいいや。
なんでだ？
それはね、雪だ。
お、本当だ。冷えると思ったぜ。
ねえ、たけるちゃん、プレゼントちょうだい。ああ、さては忘れたな。
なんだよ、ずっと一緒で買う暇なかったじゃんか。
こんな時に最低だよ。
うわ、そこまで言いますか。
けど許してあげちゃう。
お、優しいじゃん。
今日は特別だからね。
ん？
私にはプレゼントくれる人いるもん。抱えきれないほどのプレゼントくれたよ。
スミカ。
今年は今までで一番のプレゼント。もうもらったから。
This place means a lot to me, actually. Well, I guess that's not exactly true. It is a special place to me. But in another world.
別の世界。
Yep, you got it. I still can't believe I lost all these memories when I first came to this world. They're all so vivid to me now. If I hadn't gone back to my world, I never would have gotten them back. The thought alone makes my heart sink. Sumika, can I see your hands for a sec? Nothing, huh? Come on, just hold them out for me. Like this, see? I made something for you. It didn't turn out all that great, but I still want you to have it. Oh, that's a pretty cool carving. Nice craftsmanship for you, dude. Here, hope you like it.
何これ？
You know what Christmas is, right?
クリスマス。知ってるよ。
Good. Not everyone in this world does, you know?
クリスマスと誕生日はプレゼントの日。
Yep, that's right. So think of it as an early Christmas present from me to you.
クリスマスプレゼント。
Every year, on the night before Christmas, this jolly old guy named Santa Claus flies around the world in his magic sleigh, delivering presents to all the good little boys and girls. Well, that's how the story goes, anyway. He doesn't actually exist, of course.
息白い。
And that's why, back when I was a kid in the other world, I promised I'd give you presents every year in his stead. At the time, I was too young to realize just how much those presents meant to you. Though, even as I got older, it never really clicked. I was still so naive at heart. I didn't understand how I really felt about you. I told myself we were just childhood friends, and pretended not to notice my true feelings. But, in reality, I...
やっぱり寒いよ。
What, from my story? Or just the temperature?
寒い。
See? This is why I offered to lend you my coat. Here, take it.
やだ。たけるちゃんが寒くなる。
Oh, come on. You want to just head back inside then? I thought giving her the rabbit doll might induce a more significant change in her behavior, but I guess it just isn't that simple. She does seem to recognize me now, but that's about it. Maybe I should stop trying to force these things on her. Clearly my memories from the other world aren't resonating with her, so...
いい。
Huh?
まだここにいる。
I'm not quite sure how to interpret that. Maybe it means she's enjoying herself. Could it be that my memories had an effect on her after all? But aren't you Code?
くっついて。
Huh?
くっつけばあったかいよ。
Oh, okay. Whoa, dude. That sounded so natural. Maybe it really did work. Alright, let me hunker down here. Then you can sit between my legs.
後ろから抱っこして。そうすれば。もっと。
Sure can do. How's this? Any better? Still Code?
あったかい。
That's good.
たけるちゃんはあったかいよ。
Yes, she's starting to remember the other me. Oh yeah? How warm are we talking here? If I play my cards right, I might get a better idea of how close we were in this world.
とってもあったかかったよ。たけるちゃんは。
Yeah? Go on.
なのにあったかくなくなったよ。
Huh?
たけるちゃんあったかくなくなった。
Oh no, not again. Based on some of her earlier episodes, it does seem like she's at least aware that I'm dead in this world though. Sumika.
復讐するんだ。
No, don't start up with this again. You are making such good progress.
復讐してやる。
It's okay, Sumika. There's no need to worry about that yet.
全部ダメにした。全部奪った。全部。
It's gonna be alright, Sumika. I promise.
同じ目に合わせてやる。あいつらも同じ目に。
Sumika, just drop it already.
よくない。
I know you're gonna have to fight them someday, but I'll be right there with you. You won't have to face this alone. So please, just be Sumika for now. No, she's losing it again. Damn it, she was so stable earlier too. Did I push her too far? Sumika! Kasumi, are you watching this? If it gets any worse, call Sensei for help. I'm right here. Everything's fine. Sumika, I'm already here. Can't you see me? I'm right here beside you. Look. You're safe now, I promise. I'll always be here for you. I'm not going anywhere. Sumika? She's reacting to me? Is the panic attack over? Sumika, are you okay? Huh? Sumika, she's starting to recognize me for who I am? Is she gonna start treating me like I'm the other Takeru again? Sumika, you know who I am? Well, I just, Whoa, are you okay? Wait. No, she's doing it again. Not sure I can afford to just sit back and see what happens any longer. She's going in and out of panic attacks way more frequently than she ever has before. Sumika! Okay, yeah, she's going through a lot right now. Huh? What's going on? She's never noticed me during an episode before. She's always just terrified or blind with rage. Sumika. Yeah, this is nothing like her previous attacks. It does seem like she's getting me mixed up with the Takeru-chan she knew, but at least she's acknowledging my presence. Another headache. I was right, the cycles are getting faster. She's talking in full sentences now too. Alright, guess I'll just have to keep rattling off memories and see where we go from there. We've come this far. I can't wuss out now. You know, Sumika, there's actually a bit more backstory to that rabbit I just gave you. Hang in there, Sumika. You're doing great. Once you grew up a little and found out there never was a Santa Claus, I sort of just stopped giving you Christmas presents altogether. Honestly, I didn't mean to. I just forgot. But when we finally started going out, you know what you said to me? You said it was the best present you've ever been given. I'd lived a pretty normal life until then, sure. But that was definitely the sweetest thing anyone ever said to me.
よかったよ。復讐できるんだ。
And that's why I'll never leave you, Sumika. Everything's gonna be okay, I promise. We'll spend Christmas together again someday. Just you and me.
ケルちゃん、
Sound good?
ケルちゃん。
What's up? Sumika? Is it your head again?
早く出撃したい。
Yeah. She's having some serious mood swings now. And for a second there, she was even talking directly to me and not the other Takaru.
先生もう待たなくていいのに。
Huh? Did she just say sensei? Does she mean Yuko sensei?
なんかここにいると気分
Sumika?
ダメ。何これ。
What isn't right?
知らないよ。私はあいつらを殺したい。それだけなのに。
Is she reaching her limit? I probably shouldn't keep pushing her like this. It can't be good for her brain.
先生がいつまでも待たせるからいけないんだ。
She's saying sensei again. Is it because I call her Yuko sensei? Most people refer to her as Professor Kozuki or just the XO, don't they? Then again, Kasumi doesn't call her that either. I guess I shouldn't jump to any conclusions.
無駄なことしてる場合じゃない。訓練しなきゃ。訓練しておかないと勝てなくなっちゃうよ。復讐できない。
Sumika.
タケルちゃん、そうだよね。
Huh? Oh yeah, that's right. She's talking to me again, but I don't think she can tell the difference between me and my other self.
早く殺したいな。
Dude, what the hell's going on with her?
早く訓練の続きしたいよ。
Alright, we should probably head back now.
訓練の続き。
Maybe. You're just gonna have to wait and see.
ここ来るの。なんか久しぶりだね。
Huh? Wait, what does she mean by that? She's been here before? When was the last time you were here, Sumika?
訓練始まらないかな。
Ah,
訓練。
yeah, I heard you. Let's head inside. From what I can tell, it definitely sounds like we were more than just friendly acquaintances in this world. She knows the other me is dead, and she's trying to avenge him. That's all the proof I need. I think the knowledge alone is going to help us a lot. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Oh, that was a hard conversation to watch.
以上が午前のシミュレーター演習で修正すべき点だ。まとめると、基本であるエレメントを崩さず、各小隊間の連動を行えということだ。特に前衛と支援の連動がうまく機能していない。午後の実機演習ではそのあたりを徹底的に潰していくから、そのつもりでな。
はい。
Ma'am.
何か質問は？では多少早めだが午前の演習評価は以上とする。解散。気をつけ。帰れ。
Oh, it's over. Thank God it was the only simulator training because I'm way too sleep deprived for anything else. Field training this afternoon is gonna suck though, and we got a night combat exercise right after that. I'm excited to get back in my new Shiranui, and I do enjoy the live exercise, but I can already tell I'm gonna be sore for days afterwards. It shouldn't be too bad thanks to the feedback system in my fortified suit, but being subjected to high G-forces takes a toll on your body regardless. The moment the suit comes off, it'll catch up to me. If I got enough sleep the past few days though, that wouldn't even be an issue. But at the same time, I do think staying up late to review all of Sumika's data is helping, so I'll just have to power through. Alright, time to go pick up Sumika and bring her back here for lunch. Partly to check in and see if my presence had any noticeable effect, but also because I want to show her what the outside world looks like during the daytime.
白金ちょっといい？
Suzumiya? Sure, what's up?
さっきのあれどういうこと？
I don't know what you mean.
とぼけるんだ。君の独創的な軌道のおかげで左翼側の連携がめちゃくちゃになった件なんだけど。
Oh, that.
あれかじゃないわよ。確かに君の軌道制御技術はすごいと思うけど、連携できなきゃ意味ないでしょ。
Right, sorry, but I've got to do this sort of stuff now so you guys can get some data on the way I move. Otherwise, we'll risk having a similar breakdown in teamwork during an actual battle.
何それ？自分だけで戦ってるつもりなんじゃないの？
Whoa, take it easy, I never said it was, but I also don't think my movements were impossible to coordinate with either.
それどういう意味？私が間違ってるってこと？
Dude, chill, Suzumiya. What's got you so snippy? No, I'm not saying you're wrong, but if me running off on my own were such a big problem, don't you think Lieutenant Hayase would have ripped me a new one by now?
じゃあやっぱり私がダメなんだ。
Come on, that's not what I said. Sheesh, what's her deal? The moment I bring up Lieutenant Hayase, she immediately goes docile.
青春してるねお二人さん。
ハルコ、何が青春よもう。
なんか珍しい組み合わせだね。何か怪しい相談？
そんなんじゃないわよ。あ、そうだ。ハルコだって左翼ポジションなんだから何か言ってやりなさいよ。
Here we go again.
え？ああ、さっきのこと？別にいいんじゃない？特に問題ないんだし。
ちょっと何言ってんの？問題だらけじゃない。
そうかな。結果的には良かったと思ったんだけどな。
よかったって、ハルコだってまともに支援できなかったじゃない。あれは白金の軌道に追いつけなかったからなんじゃないの？
うん、まあそうなんだけど、あれは支援の必要がないんだって判断したんだよね。
え？
だから白金を支援対象から外して三剣や右翼のバックアップに集中するようにしてたんだ。
Wow, that's some sharp thinking. I mean, I'm a little sad she didn't give me any attention, but I'd say her situational awareness is about on par with Mikoto's.
でもそれじゃあ、いくら三剣がエレメント組んでるって言ったって、いつか白金は孤立しちゃうでしょう。
そうなったらそうなったでしょうがないよ。
そんなのダメだよ。ベータの中で孤立したらさっきにやられちゃうじゃない。
その時こそガンスイーパー、つまり茜がオーバーラップして威力制圧すればいいんじゃない？
それって切り捨てるってことだよね。ハルコは白金が孤立しちゃったら切り捨てるのも仕方がないっていうの？
ストームヴァンガードってそういうポジションだと思うんだけどな。
Whoa, she didn't even flinch. I always thought she was kind of a ditz, but I guess she's got a bit of a cold-hearted side.
ストームヴァンガードは捨て駒ってこと？
単純にそう思ってるわけじゃないけど、極端に言えばそうだね。あくまで任務優先でしょ。白金の救助がその障害になるならそれも仕方がないよ。
でもそんなに簡単に左翼前衛を切り捨てちゃったら戦力バランスが崩れて任務の達成どころじゃなくなるよ。
違う違う、左翼と右翼の戦力バランスはもともと崩れてるんだよ。
え？どういうこと？
私が見る限り白金の技能が突出してる分戦力バランスは左が勝ってる。だから支援を右翼側に振ることでちょうどいいバランスになるんだよね。
でも全く支援なしなんて。
当然ほっとくわけじゃないよ。だけど白金三剣コンビは支援なしでも十分機能するから常に気にする必要はないでしょ。そうやってバランスが情報修正された分相対的に部隊戦力も上がってるんじゃない？だからさっき結果的にいいって言ったんだけどね。
Wow, guess being an impact guard really does give her a lot more perspective. Hell, she might actually be well suited for command. Not that Suzumiya doesn't have a point, but like most Storm Vanguard hopefuls, she's kinda got blinders on when it comes to the big picture. And Kashiwagi's position allows you to see the entire battlefield from a top-down perspective. To her, it's almost like a team sport. If I remember right, Suzumiya was on the swim team, and Kashiwagi played basketball. Though come to think of it, excuse me, Class Rep played lacrosse and Tama did archery, so both wings have one person who played team sports and one person who played individual sports. Kashiwagi's the left impact guard, and Tama's the right, Suzumiya's the left, and Class Rep's the right. Man, the captain's incredible. She clearly took our personalities into account when choosing our positions, and also ensured both ends of the formation had the same amount of combined experience.
それに孤立した時切り捨てられるのはストームヴァンガードに限った話じゃない。みんな同じだよ。だからもし私がそうなっても助けに来る必要はないからね。
分かってるよ。だけど任務に支障がない限り、それが誰であっても私は助けるから。
茜らしいけど、そこまで気負わなくてもいいんじゃないかな。
別に気負ってなんかいないよ。
みんなだって死にたいわけじゃないんだから、孤立する前に注意するでしょ。ね、白金。
Yep, pretty much.
茜だって丸腰の白金が何体ものベータを相手に戦った記録見たでしょ。
うん。
あれは白金の機動制御技術が十分武器になるって証拠なんだし、私たちがそのレベルに合わせるべきなんじゃないかな。
Well, I did get my ass handed to me at the end.
実戦兵装と適切な支援があれば結果は違っていたよ。
I appreciate your confidence in me, but that doesn't change what happened. There's no point thinking about what-if scenarios.
まあそうだね。
And Suzumiya's right. I wasn't really thinking about how I might be affecting you guys in the rear. I don't intend to change my process, but from now, I'll make more of an effort to be considerate of the whole team.
白金。
After all, I don't ever want to get myself in a situation where I need backup and you guys can't provide it.
ちゃんとやるから安心しなよ。
Thanks for calling me out on that, Suzumiya. Hopefully you'll be better able to back me up in the future now.
任務に支障がない限りね。じゃあ私行くから。
あらら、行っちゃった。
You think she's mad at me?
そんなことないよ。茜にとって白金は大きな壁だから、いろいろと複雑なんだよ、きっと。
Yeah, maybe. Not only is she determined to reach Lieutenant Hayes' level, but she also doesn't want to let her sister and her fallen comrades down. That's why she wants to be the Storm Vanguard so badly, and why the captain made her a gunsweeper to make sure she didn't get herself killed prematurely. I know where she's coming from, so I can understand why she might have some mixed feelings towards me. But she's not the type to deflect the blame or resent others due to her own insecurities. I don't think she's that petty. I mean, she didn't snap back at anything Kashiwagi was saying. In fact, it seemed like she took it to heart. Hey, have you two never talked about this sort of thing before?
なんで？
Well, it's just that Suzumiya seemed really surprised to hear how cut and dry your opinion on abandoning people was.
ああ、そういうこと？
It's a little hard to believe you guys were in the same squad for so long without ever broaching the subject. I mean, in Squad 207B, we were constantly thinking about that sort of stuff.
そうだね。しなかったわけじゃないんだけど、あそこまでの話にはならなかったかな。
Why is that?
A 分隊には B 分隊みたいに気が強い人が3人もいなかったからね。
She must mean Class Rep, Ayumina, and Maya. But if you never talk about it, everyone's gonna develop conflicting viewpoints on how things should be done. The fact that you never had a big disagreement before is crazy to me.
A 分隊はちゃんと茜でまとまってたから、ぶつかる必要なんてなかったんだよ。
I see. So you just went along with whatever she said then?
そういうわけでもないんだけどね。
Then what was it?
訓練部隊で教練する目的と任官っていう目標の範囲で考えれば、茜の指揮や考え方に異論はなかったからね。
Man, I'm amazed at how pragmatic this girl is. In other words, there was never any reason to express opposing viewpoints, and Suzumiya's approach was more than enough to get them commissioned. And knowing how feisty Suzumiya can be, I could see her getting at least a little defensive if someone suddenly expressed discontent with her way of doing things. But now, after what happened to Sergeant Jinguji and your fellow squad mates, you finally felt the need to address the issue?
それは違うよ。もともと私はこういう人間なんだってば。
Hell, I gotta respect that. I see. Wow, I never would have pinned you as the type.
あらら、もしかして嫌われちゃったかな。
No, not at all. If anything, I'm pleasantly surprised. I seriously respect you for that.
白金ってやっぱり変わってるね。
Yeah. Wait, what? The hell is that supposed to mean?
軍人としては正しくても普通嫌がるよ、こういう割り切りって。
Wait, seriously? I always figured that was pretty commonplace in this world, and people like Suzumiya were in the minority.
やっぱり変わり者だよ、白金は。
How so? We're all prepared for that possibility. Everyone knows we're gonna have to make sacrifices in order to win.
そうなんだけど、みんなの覚悟にはどこか悲壮感っていうか重さを感じるでしょ。
Yeah, I know what you mean.
私ってその辺軽い感じがするらしいんだよね。ここに来る前は帝国の軍属中等学校だったから結構いろいろ言われたよ。
I see. I'm so used to being around people like Meiya and Yuko sensei. I assumed they were the norm rather than the exception.
それどころか弟たちにまで冷たいって言われるくらいだから、私を普通に感じる白金もかなりずれてるよね。
Oh, you have brothers?
うん、14歳と10歳。上の子はもうすぐ徴兵だから特にその辺にはうるさいんだよね。
I see. You still got that romanticized view of military life then. He wants to be the hero to his family or fight the beta to defend the human race.
まあ軍隊の現実を見ればいろいろ変わると思うけど、今時貴重な男だからね。一族の期待も大きいししょうがないよ。
Considering you were good enough to get into this unit, he's got a lot to live up to.
私？ああ、ダメダメ。さっきも言ったけど大行な覚悟たれみたいなのにうんざりして帝国軍を蹴ってここに志願した口だから。
And I guess the real reason you made into this squadron was because you were chosen as a candidate for the 00 unit.
それにさ、家族であってもここの任務内容言えないでしょ。だから後方の国連軍で楽してるって思われてるよ。
Really?
まあ口には出さないけど、お母さんなんかはその方が安心みたい。弟も国連軍に志願するように勧めてたしね。
Of course, any parent would feel that way deep down.
だからさ、そういう建前とか大層な覚悟に振り回されるのっておかしいなって思うんだよね。法律悪いっていうか。
But isn't that kind of the norm? You even said so yourself.
結局大きな流れには逆らえない。それなら割り切った方が楽なんだけどね。
Yeah, probably so.
部隊でも個人でも与えられた役割を完璧にこなすことが全てなんだから、そこに理由を求めるのは疲れるしね。
I can definitely understand that perspective. I'm not capable of accepting things the way are here, but I'm trying to face reality without flinching. To a third-party observer, it probably looks like the same thing. Still, it's pretty amazing that Kashiwagi can stare at the same cold hard truths in such stoic attitude.
でもまあ変わり者の仲間が増えてよかったよ。お互い似た者同士、冷めた目で見守り合おうよ。
A cynical eye out? What the hell does that even mean?
気にしない気にしない。
なんだ、貴様たちまだいたのか。話をするなら飯を食いながらだってできるだろう。
ああ、そういえばそうですね。注意たちもまだですよね。一緒にどうです？
Kashiwagi may call herself a cynic, but it doesn't seem to make her any less outgoing. That's kinda cool. You'd assume someone with an outlook like that would be more of an unfriendly loner.
せっかくだが、もう済んだよ。
Huh? How'd you eat that fast?
早飯は兵士の美徳だぞ。常在戦場の心得を忘れちゃいかんな。
Yeah, but it's only been 15 minutes.
終わったのが少し早かったでしょ。だから DX が空いていたのよ。
うわー、しまった。もう混み始めてるだろうな。
Man, I can see Lieutenant Munakata eating fast, but you, Lieutenant Kazuma? I have a hard time imagining that. Or rather, I don't particularly want to imagine.
やだ、白金少尉、変なこと言わないで。
お前がトウコにどんな無双を抱いているか知らないが、この子は私より食うのが早いからな。それが
常在戦場の心得ですわ。
Wow, I never would have guessed.
どうでもいいがお前たち、 早く行かないと飯食う時間がなくなるぞ。さあ行った行った。
Well, hey, Lieutenant Munakata.
午後の演習遅れるなよ。
Sheesh, the heck was that about?
さてね、二人っきりになりたかったんじゃないの？
Huh?
あの二人いつも一緒にいるからね。
Wait a minute. Are you implying that they're, you know... Still though, they could at least get a room with some privacy.
白金、何想像してんの？
No, I mean, well, I guess it's their prerogative and it's not like the military prohibits it, so...
もう何言ってんの？注意も少尉も左翼ポジションだから連携確認してるんだと思うよ。
Yeah, okay, whatever. Huh? Oh, right, Lieutenant Munakata is a gun interceptor and Lieutenant Kazuma is a blast guard. Those two kind of go hand in hand. What the hell? You're the one who's making all the innuendo-laden remarks.
青春青春。男の子だもんね。
God damn it, she's totally treating me like a little brother. You got me good this time. I'll have my revenge someday.
そういえば昼どうする？一緒に行く？
Ah, I totally forgot I was gonna take Sumika outside today. Sorry, I've got a special mission from the XO.
あらら、振られちゃったか。じゃあ、一人寂しく食べるとしますか。
Sorry, but I'll see you later.
頑張ってね。
Sweet, looks like the coast is clear. This spot will be perfect.
風があるね。
Feels better than being cooped up in that dark, stuffy room, doesn't it? If you don't like it though, we can always go back.
一緒にいたいからここでいいよ。
Wow, straight to the point. After all, we couldn't eat in the PX, not unless everyone else was busy training. I can't just parade her around in front of the whole unit without Yuko-sensei's permission. None of them know the 00 unit even exists at this point. Does she have the rabbit I made her? Oh, she does. Wasn't sure how she'd take it given it's based on a memory I shared with Sumika back in my world. But it looks like she's pretty fond of it. Though, I don't want to jump to conclusions and assume it's the reason she responded so naturally yesterday. I like to believe it is, but that's just wishful thinking for now. Either way, it's really great to see her wearing it. Hell, even if she doesn't see any deeper meaning behind it and just thinks it's a cute keychain, that's good enough for me. Well, okay then, let's have a seat and chow down. In order to perfectly replicate a human body, the 00 unit was designed with a working digestive system, and even functional taste buds. I think it's important to have her start using them. Of course, it's not as though she can actually process the food and absorb its nutrients. But even so, I still think it's important for her to eat proper meals and not just nutrient paste they develop for the 00 unit. She's never gonna think like a human being unless we treat her like one. Ta-da! Today we're having miso boiled mackerel special. This is one of the best synthetic meals they've got. It's super popular. There's so many people in this world who don't ever get to eat anything like this. It does kind of feel like a waste since she doesn't actually need the nutrients. But it's gonna save humanity, so... This is a piece... Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. I can't even... Alright, this is a piece de resistance from the repertoire of the UN military's very own Iron Chef, Mrs. Kyozuka. What do you think? Looks pretty tasty, huh?
そうかな。
Oh, come on. Food is one of life's few great pleasures.
たけるちゃんは喜び見出してるの？
Whoa, she's actually having a normal conversation. She's doing great today. Yeah. Though there was a time when you guys almost took all the joy out of it from me. I remember that. That lunchbox hell and the class cook-off, all those memories from my world feel a lifetime away now. Oh, she's eating. She's even using her chopsticks the right way. Way to go, Sumika!
何？
How is it? Does it taste good?
ごめんね。
That's the first genuine, sincere, peaceful smile I've seen from her yet. Huh? Sorry for what? Did Kasumi's habit of apologizing all the time rub off on her?
はい。
Huh?
なんだ。いらないの？
Huh?
いいよ。私が自分で食べちゃうから。
Yeah, you do that. Man, There really is something different about her today. It's like she's a completely different person. That sounded almost exactly like the Sumika I remember. I know I shouldn't get all spun up over every little improvement I noticed, but still.
何